9、はるいろはるこいはるのかぜ。
Good morning, evening, afternoon, and welcome to 9, episode 3, part 1. I don't know if I said part 1 already, but anyway, yeah, so welcome. This is the third installment of the 9 series. I did not say the catchphrase because I have yet to really learn it. The particular one, yeah. Haru no kaze, haru koi, haru iro. I think it's that. I gotta re-listen to it a few times to get it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. A lot more than I did with episode 2. As obviously mentioned multiple times, I was a bit off of the whole romancing Sora because I liked Sora as a character and as a sister, so it just a personal thing. But in regards to Haruka, is a bit different. It's, how can I word this? I'm actually looking forward to see how, because we already know the Queen likes Kakeru. That was obvious since episode 1. But I want to see how the timid opens up to him. How she changes towards him, you know? That's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to more knowing about her, which will be interesting as well. Let's see, anything else? One big change I'll be doing for episode 3 is I will be having Kakeru's voice on. At first I thought I want to read it, because obviously that's the point of my channel, is I want to read. But I came to realization also with the help of a viewer is that we're losing a lot of how can I say this? Emotion from Kakeru. Obviously I can't really portray that emotion well enough because I don't know his mind state, what he thinks about it. So a lot of times I feel like I'm just being monotoned in that aspect. And as mentioned before as well, it's like it's rare to have a voiced VA, and I feel like this series has been doing their VAs pretty well. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Anything else? Nope. For those who are wondering, I haven't put my re-uploads of Capistella on hold yet. It's more like I was just busy trying to finish episode 2 to upload. Once, I think maybe next week I'll be starting up re-uploads, or during the weekend. So I do apologize for those who are wanting those. Regardless, we'll be starting episode 3 now, so I hope you all enjoy.
始めます。
Or 26. I think this whole thing starts at 5 somewhere, so okay. Well, at least I'll still be able to read these types of lines, but yeah. Scarcely half a month has passed since the new term began and I became a second year. And yet this has been perhaps the most eventful 15 days of my entire life. It all started at the festival. Okay, recap. I was mentioned that there will be a recap, so a while back there was an anime called Mobius Ring, the cycle of reincarnation. The town I live in, Shiro Mitsugawa, helped sponsor it as a way of promoting tourism to the area. The show had some convoluted plot based off of local folklore, left a big impression on a small group of dedicated fans. But most people regarded it as one of those oddball shows that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Though it went down in the anime history as a complete failure, it's unclear whether the bigwigs behind the regional sponsorship deal are clueless to that fact or simply aren't willing to admit it. It's been 2 years since the anime aired, and so we had the second annual Mobius Festival, a ham-fisted attempt to get some mileage out of the anime, despite the local residents' overwhelming opposition to going through the cringeworthy event a second time. Unfortunately, an earthquake happened right as things were getting started, putting an abrupt end to the festivities. To make matters worse, the earthquake shattered the namesake treasure of the Shrine of the White Serpent's relic, a location featured prominently in the anime, and also the site of the festival. As a result, a gate opened between our world and a parallel dimension. I wish I was joking. But no, that really happened. After that, we found a statue that turned out to be a petrified human. That was the start of my surreal half month. Okay, so we're starting 15 days after that, so this was already happened. That has happened, okay. The next major incident was when one of the students from our school, Hakusen Academy, set the building ablaze using some strange power. The reason why I'm taking note of these is I tried to estimate what has happened in this route and what has not, and what has shifted, and when are we really starting the story, you know? Because of all the different timelines and routes and branches, it's hard to really see what is happening in this specific line, you know? During the fray, my classmate Miyako Kujo used some kind of superpower to extinguish the source of the flames. And if that all wasn't crazy enough, one of the residents of the parallel world, Sophitia, showed up at my house. After seeing some crazy things, all I could do was believe the story she told me. It appeared all of these instances had been caused by powerful objects known as artifacts. They spilled into our world from Sophitia's, but they looked like ordinary jewelry. They grant their wielders immense power, but are also liable to drive them insane. Not even Sophitia knows how many artifacts have found their way into our world. We still haven't caught the murderer behind the petrification incidences. And there's a real possibility that other malicious users, with no reservations about utilizing their power, might pop up. If that happens, there'll be even more innocent victims. Worse, if other villains appear, they might spur the user of the evil eye to commit even greater atrocities. Okay, just a little break here. I'm curious. How can we obviously will find out, but I'm quite curious on where we'll be starting. Will we be starting when we know Rigveda? If not, how will we know about them? Will it be through Haruka, maybe? Oh. I've teamed up with Kujo to catch the culprits, and our first course of action has been to look for trustworthy users to win over to our cause. I figured searching for allies would take some time, but to my surprise, we found another user pretty easily. Okay, that's that then, okay. So it skipped over that part as well, which was in episode 2. Turns out my sister, Sora, of all people, is a user too. I never expected someone that close to me would be wrapped up in all of this. Getting another comrade so quickly was kinda anticlimactic, really. Anyway, after recruiting my sister, we started checking the fan forums for the Mobius Ring anime to see if any real users had been posting there. Eventually, we ran across someone who looked like they fit the bill. Okay, so it's finally kind of following episode 1's then. Haruka Kosaka. third year from the school who's always surrounded by a harem of dudes. Her popularity is unnatural, and her overbearing, regal demeanor is pretty similar to this person called Queen of Eden we found on the forums. We thought there was a pretty good chance she was another user, so we decided to investigate. Unfortunately, things didn't go quite as planned. Sora, whose ability is perked for covert ops, offered to tail Korsak for us, but then she got caught by Korsak and comrades. Okay, so it's following episode 2 rather, actually. See what I mean? I'm trying to figure out which episode is it really following, because there are slight nuances. Does this mean that there will not be or we don't know if there might not be a second victim yet or not? So that was one of my comments last time at the end of episode 2, was trying to figure out when exactly episode 1's elementary school student was petrified, to really know who was the one that did the petrification, because we don't know if it was Ghost, Commander, or surprise surprise, obviously if you're watching the episode 3 you should be obviously watching 2, so you should know this, Yoichi. Sort of is a, yeah, I read that, okay. They introduced themselves as Rigveda. I spelled that wrong last time in my comments, oh well. And invited us to join their organization. Their leader is a guy called Commander, and his goal is to create a paradise for users. He said that in order to achieve the goal, he was willing to kill if necessary. Naturally, there was no way I'd cooperate with a guy like that, so I refused his invitation. He didn't like that one bit.
そうか。ならば、君たちは敵だな。
So was he willing to use his evil eye on us right there and there? Interesting. And thus he declared war on us. It was a dicey situation. None of our artifacts were suited for fighting, but we couldn't afford to let a man as dangerous as Commander run free. Just as we'd resolved to fight.
組みせぬ者は暴力で排除する。野蛮な思考。それで新人類とは呆れるわね。
Alright, then their comedic duo. An unexpected ally appeared. Nambo's parfait queen Noa Yugi. Turns out she was a user, and just like us, she didn't agree with Rigveda's ideals or methods. She engaged Command in the most cringy power level debate I've ever seen. The ridiculous Chuny argument helped dispel the tension between our two groups though, and Rigveda left without a fight.
夜道には気をつけろよ、お兄ちゃん。
That was the parting remark on one of Rigveda's members left for me as she departed. Unwilling to be outdone on the Chuny scale, Yuki went on to create the Valhalla Society to fight Rigveda, and we ended up becoming a part of it. We're pretty certain the Evil Eyes user, the one who turned the poor girl to stone, is one of Rigveda's members. As a fellow user, it's my responsibility to stop them. My resolve renewed, I go to bed. So is that it? Okay.
忘れ物はないかな。
And she had stayed over as well. So obviously that means she did stay over because okay, now I can understand why they'll go following episode 2's routes, because obviously we're going to be going with Haruka, and Haruka was closest to us in episode 2's route. And obviously if Sora had tailed them to find Rigveda, that means we had allowed her to stay over that one time, so that is why she's packing whatever she had originally, and we're gonna go. Sora rifles through her bag. It's the day after our run-in with Rigveda. Alright, because she was afraid and everything like that, that's why she had stayed over with us, and so on. Sora must have felt bad about getting caught, since she looked pretty despondent last night. It probably didn't help with that ghost threatened her like that either. Hell, I'm still pissed off about that too. But right now, we need to be careful. There's no telling when those guys might try and attack us.
よし、完璧。
Sora closes her bag and gets to her feet.
ミーヤン早く、遅刻するよ。
まだそんなに遅くないだろ
急ぎたくないじゃん。準備できてるならもう行こうよ。
はーいはい。
Urged on by Sora, I sling my bag over my shoulder and head to the front door.
行くよ行くよ。
おい、わかったって。
Sora grabs me by the arm and pulls me outside before I even have time to finish putting my shoes on.
おお、いい天気。
なんだよ、くっつくなよ。
いいじゃん、照れんなよ。
うっつ。
おい、今小声でなんつった？おい。
I disentangle myself from Sora and we start walking to school. It looks like she's still not over the events of yesterday, and now I'm the one who has to suffer for it. She hasn't left my side since waking up. She even tried to go to the bathroom with me. Talk about moronic.
お昼買ってくよね。
あ
あたしの分も買っ。
わない。
くそ。
Mr. Sora's antics. We stopped by the convenience store and grabbed some and grabbed some sandwiches and drinks. Even though we left home early, we still ran into the one person I really didn't want to see. Timid Haruka.
おっと。
Alright, it's at this point that they're not friends just yet. Sora and Haruka. And this is a time when Haruka wanted to apologize to Sora about the whole previous night. Sora stops in her tracks. Kotaka Senpai is standing in the middle of the sidewalk as though she's waiting for someone. For once, she doesn't have her boy toys with her.
行くぞ。
あ、うん。
There's no point in standing around glaring at each other. I also feel like we'd be giving in if we detoured around her, so I decided to just walk straight past her. As we rush by, Kotaka Senpai looks like she wants to say something to us. But I only spare her a brief glance, so I can't be sure. Chalking it up to be my imagination, I resolutely keep going. However, Kotaka Senpai runs to catch up with us. She dashes past us and silently waits a short distance ahead. She's looking straight at us. But I keep pretending. I'm imagining things and walk past her again. However, undeterred, she runs past us once more, and this time she meets my gaze. She even looks like she's gathering her courage to say something.
なんすかね。
俺たちに用があるみたいだが。
声かけた方がいいんでしょうか。
そうしないと延々と繰り返すことになりそうだ。
Yeah. Sighing, we stop in front of Kosaka Senpai.
なんか用っすか？
Yeah, okay. It's these types of moments where I do agree with the voice actor, having the voice on, because you can tell I probably would have said that a lot quieter. You can hear he was more harsher, more vocal about it. And obviously we know about Haruka's despondence, reluctance against boys. So that is obviously, we can see her wincing and holding herself back in a sense. Kosaka averts her gaze and takes a few steps back. You're the one who wanted to talk to us, so what's with that wimpy attitude? Well, I guess I'm acting a bit confrontational. Right now, she's in her timid personality, not her empress one. I take a deep breath to calm myself, then ask her again.
何か用があるんですよね、俺たちに。
Yeah, that's a lot more formalish and softer. She steps up to Sora, pushes something into her hands, and runs off. What is with that girl?
なんなの？
手紙か？
あ、ぽいけど、ラブレター？
一瞬俺も思っちゃったけど、なわけないよな。
だよね。なんだろう。何怖い。
読んでみれば？
うん。兄やん開けて。
なんでだよ。
カミソリとか入ってたら怖い。
さすがにそんな陰湿なことしないだろう。
Sighing, I take the envelope and cautiously break the seal. I'm sure that was mentioned before about the razor, but I thought I just would like to mention that type of thing. That is not well known, I guess you could say, but it was. I don't know the full information myself actually these days, but I know razors were used in certain situations when people were to bully another person in school, like put their razors in shoes or underneath their desks or in their books, and one of the common ones was letters as well. So it was used to harm the other person without you doing anything yourself. So it's quite a scary thing when you think about it. So it's understandable why Sora was afraid of that. There's no razor inside, just a neatly folded piece of paper. I pulled it out, unfolded it, and skimmed the contents.
やっぱお前宛てだな。
マジでラブレター？
読めばわかる。
怖い。読んでよ。
自分で読め。
I push the letter into Sora's hands. Reluctantly, she starts reading.
昨日はごめんなさい。私では止められませんでした。謝罪文？
みたいだな。
よければ連絡くださいって ID まで書いてある。話したいことあるって。
どうすんだ？
どうすんだって、どうすればいいの？
明確に敵対しているわけだし、無視もありだとは思うが。代わりに俺から連絡してみてもいいし。
でも本気で謝ろうとしてたら それ失礼じゃない？
妙に律儀だなお前。
昨日高坂先輩だけは心配してくれてたんだよね。話してあげたらとか言ってくれてたし。
ああ、そういえばそうか。聞いたな昨日。
だからちょっと私連絡取ってみる。
Interesting. Okay. I was thinking that there might be a choice early because of the whole your choices change branches type of thing. And that's what happened on the second episode, was where we allowed her to stay, which was not what happened last time. So this is a branching change. So how will this change everything? If we stop her, then she won't contact Haruka and they won't get their friendship. So wow, this might change a lot. Interesting. Stop.
いや、やっぱり俺が代わりに連絡する。
別に大丈夫だと思うけどな。
でも不安はあるだろう。
まあ。
だから俺がする。
じゃあお願いしよっかな。
But I can't see it working on episode 3 obviously, because I see Kakeru and Haruka are going to close up in distances, so this shows that they have a way of contacting each other, so yeah.
ああ。
へへ、シスコンね。心配性だな、ニーヤンは。
心配しちゃ悪いか。
お真面目に返されるのは想定外だった。
昨日あんなことがあったばかりだしな。心配してねえよバーカとか言ってる場合じゃないだろう。
へへ、じゃあお願いします。
ああ。
I take the letter from Sora and slip it into my pocket. Even if Kosaka-senpai was the only one who tried to help Sora, she still agreed to join a group that condones murder. That's something I can't overlook. Her apology might not be sincere. I won't know for sure until I talk to her.
なんかめっちゃシリアスな顔してる。調子狂う。
気にすんな。行くぞ。
ニーニー、実は結構あの人たちにキレてる？
ああ、めちゃくちゃな。
へへ、シスコンね。あ、ダメだ。冗談通じないレベルでガチギレしてる。私が言うのもなんだけど、さっきみたいにいきなり喧嘩腰はダメだよ。先輩だけほんと優しかったから、ほんと。
わかった。気をつけるよ。
Interesting, yeah. That's one of the nice things as well, but it's obviously it's a lot easier to read this kanji, this sentence in Japanese, but here in English it says, "Oh no, I won't do anything crazy." But in Japanese it says, "Wakata, kiotsukeru yo," which is, "I know," which is the same as "I know," which is understandable. But kiotsukeru yo is, I will be careful, I will be cautious, or something around those lines. So it's not the same as the English one.
絶対だよ。ニーヤンが危ない目に遭うのも嫌だし、クールにね、クールに。
わかったわかった。
Sighing, I relax my tense expression a bit. Really, there's no point in me getting pissed. I don't even know what my artifact does. I'm stuck relying on everyone else to bail me out. It'll be lame if I let my anger get the better of me and land me in hot water. I wonder if this is similar to a mixture of both episode 1 and 2 then. Because obviously he's going to be the one contacting Haruka. But it's not the same situation. Never mind. I've got to be as calm as possible when talking to Kosaka-senpai. When he starts showing Sora, I can be a reliable Aniki. Older brother.
はーい。数学の宿題プリント回収しますよ。後ろから前に回して。
As homeroom drones on, I take my phone out underneath the desk and surreptitiously glance at the screen. I've already added Kosaka-senpai's ID to my contacts, so I can message her anytime. Honestly, there's no real need to rush, but I want to put Sora's worries to rest as soon as possible. That being said, I have no idea what message I should send. Sora did say not to be too confrontational, so... Got it. Good morning, I'm Sora's brother. I realize you want to apologize to Sora, but she's still a little worried about talking to you. So I'm contacting you in her stead. That's a good enough introduction, I think. Wait, this is still pretty confrontational, isn't it? I'm basically saying I don't trust her. What's a nicer way of saying this? I'm sorry for being so aggressive this morning. Thank you for trying to help Sora last night. If I add that, it sounds nicer, right? Fuck. Now I just sound like I'm Siscon. Whatever. Let's just send. Just hit send. Who cares what anyone else thinks? Barely a second after I tap send, the message read checkmark shows up. Kosaka-senpai must have been staring at her phone this whole time, waiting for a message. Her reply comes almost instantly. Good morning, this is Haruka Kosaka. I'm sorry, I should have realized she'd still be wary of me. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made such a shameless request. Wow. That's 2 I'm sorries in 2 sentences. I'm kind of feeling guilty for doubting her now. Sends a follow-up message while I'm trying to figure out how to reply. I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. I couldn't stop those 2 even though I wanted to. All I could do was worry. That's strange. Something about her phrasing catches my attention. She said she couldn't stop them. Does that mean... I quickly type out a reply. Could it be that you actually don't like those guys that much? Like before, she reads it right away. But this time, there's no reply.
はーい、ホームルーム終わり。起立例は省略。
Notice the sensei stacks up the worksheets she collected, then leaves the classroom. Once she's gone, the students start chatting with each other. There's only 5 minutes until first period. Guess it's probably better to continue my conversation with Senpai during lunch or after school.
Kakeru! 何まったりしてんの？早く行かないと。
Honestly, I kind of rolled my eyes when I just saw him. Like, oh.
ん？どこに？
スマホばっかいじってるから聞き逃すんだよ。今日は視聴覚室でするんだってさ、1時間目。
よくわからんドキュメンタリーとか見るんかな。
かもね。早く行こうよ。
わかった。
I slide my chair back and stand up. Just then, my phone vibrates. I sneak a quick peek at the screen while I gather up my textbooks. At first, I thought we could be friends, but after what happened last night, I'm a little scared of them. I thought it might be something like that. This changes everything.
かける！置いてくよ。
わかったわかった。行こう。
何？九条さん？
ちげえよ。
Alright, last time this kind of happened, I think it was us talking to Sora, because Sora was relaying us information between them both.
絶対女の子だよ。僕にはわかるんだ。感じるんだ。
Wonder what that sixth sense is.
どんな能力だよ。行こうぜ。
I follow Yoichi out of the classroom. If those messages aren't to be believed, Senpai is suspicious of Rick Veda. Of course, it could all be a trick, but if not...
Kosaka senpaiを仲間に誘おうと。
That's interesting because we only thought of inviting her a lot later, after Sora and her were getting along with each other. And we started interrupting their moments, I guess you could say. So it's a lot earlier.
あ
We held our usual meeting at Nambol after school. Kuja's still on the clock, though, so it's hard to have a lengthy discussion.
そうだね。不安に思っているなら、私たちと一緒に。はい。ごめんね。また後で。
Okay, so I want to start keeping these things a bit shorter these days. After the long 1 hour ones, it's a bit too much. But I really want to continue. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be splitting it into 2. I'll do episode 1 and 2 today, because I feel like it. Because I really want to carry on. So for now, episode 3's part 1. Let's see. It's interesting, I could say. Where we are on episode 2, but changing from when Haruka asks is asking for is apologizing, I should say, rather. So rather than Sora and Haruka getting close together early, we kind of closed the gap between Kakeru and Haruka already, but I don't think it's timid mode will like us still. But of course, since the other group members are girls, she shouldn't have any issues with them, obviously. And obviously there's still a bit of a connection between her and Sora still, so... anything else that's interesting that changed? No, not yet. I'm gonna wait until Sophie pops up. Because Sophie obviously knows the differences in branches. So when she pops up, she normally asks, has this happened, or is this done, or this has changed, or she did that with episode 2 when she found out that the second murder hadn't happened. When that is the case, I've got to note down the dates because I'm quite curious. But anyway, so yeah, that will be part 1 of episode 3. I am looking to continue the next one straight away because I really want to see what happens. Yeah, and then I think later on I might edit my re-uploads for Cavastella because I think I will have some time spare. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just gonna wait so I can formally put my lines. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought on the episode, and I'll see you all next time.